direction of taking Shakespeare's plays and transposing them into modern settings. We have seen evidence for this with Shakespeare's plays being set in such unusual occasions as the lunar landscape, Nazi concentration camps, or the southern coast of Luxembourg. In this vein, ladies and gentlemen, Haley has traced the roots of Shakespeare's symbolism in the context of a pre-Nietzschean society through the totality of a G-June circular relationship of form, contrasted by a complete otherness of metaphysical cosmology entrenched in the eternal subconscious of an agrarian race in the Middle Ages. Yes. In this relation, ladies and gentlemen, we will now present Shakespeare's first tragedy, Titus Andronicus, as a cooking show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Roman Meals. I'm your host, Titus Andronicus. Now, when you've had a long day, your son's murdered, your daughter raped, her tongue cut out, both her hands chopped off, and your left hand chopped off, the last thing you want to do is cook. Unless, of course, you cook the rapist for supper and feed him to his mother at a dinner party. My daughter Lavinia and I will show you how. Good evening, Lavinia.
Good evening, Ola.
How are we today?
I'm so good, Ola. I got my house shop off.
I know it's a pisser, but we'll have our revenge. Now, Hoffman, I will grind your bones to dust, and with your blood in it, I'll make a paste, and of this paste a coffin I will rear, and make a pastry of your shameful head. Come, Lavinia, receive the blood. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to make a nice clean incision from the carotid artery to the jugular vein, like so.
Yeah, that's really low, Ola.
Now be sure to use a big bowl for this because the human body has about 4 quarts of blood in it. And when that is dead, which should be about now, I will grind his bones to dust, and with this hateful liquor temper it, and in this vile paste let his head be baked at about 350 degrees. And 40 minutes later, why you have the loveliest human head pie, fit to serve a king, with lady fingers for dessert. Now, who will be the first to try this taste treat? Welcome, gracious lord. Welcome, dread queen. Please eat the please feed. It's bingo looking good, We're almost out of time for today, but be sure to join us next week when our guest show to Rome and Athens will teach us to make gratitude. Until next time, bon appetit!
I hope nobody was too offended by Titus Andronicus. See, Shakespeare as a young actor playwright seems to have gone through an early blood and guts period, and no doubt, if he were alive today, he'd totally be in Hollywood working on Titus Andronicus 9, Justice Herbs. Yeah, anyways. We will now move on to discover the genius evidence behind Shakespeare's more mature plays, with his dark and brooding tragedy, Othello, the Moor of Venice.
Speak of me as I am, and let nothing extenuate of one who loved not wisely, but too well. For never was there a story of more woe than this of Othello and his Desdemona.
context is completely pea-brained. Joanna, in the 16th century, the word Moor referred to a black person.
Oh! I'm sorry, I feel like an idiot.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, clearly we have a problem in even performing Othello for you tonight, because as you can see,
We don't really have the physical
more like
characteristics to portray. I mean, like,
we're white is basically what we are. So long story short, we're not going to be able to perform Othello.
They think that I have an idea that's totally boatless. Yeah. I've been taking some beatboxing rap lessons, and come on, trust me on this. We just have to get a beat going on, like a. Boots and cats and boots and cats, boots and cats and boots and cats. Okay, we can try something else. How about, here's the story of a brother by the name of Othello. He liked white women and he liked green jello. Oh yeah.
Okay. And a punk named Iago who made himself a menace because he didn't like Othello, the Moor of Venice.
Now Othello got married to Desdemona.
But he took off for the wars and he left her alone.
It was a Mona. He left her alone.
he didn't write a letter and he didn't telephone her.
Hey, yeah.
That's the moment she was her. She was chastity tied. She was the daughter of a duke.
Yeah, she was totally white. Now Othello loved Desi like Adonis loved Venus, and Desi loved Othello because he had a big sword.
He was fine.
He was sort of a dick.
He's Sam Go Shaft more.
How are you gonna do it?
Well, I know his tragic flaws that he's
Too damn jealous.
I need a dupe, I need a dope, I need a kind of a schmo.
So he found a chump sucker by the name of Cassio.
And he plans on Desdemona's handkerchief.
So Othello gets to wondering just maybe if, while he be out fighting, commanding an army,
Our Desi and Catherine hide the Salame.
So he come back, how much we can pull over her face?
He kills her and Salome tries to guide his disgrace.
but there's a Mia at the door,
And that poor.
Say, yo, big dummy, she went no her. She was
pure,
She
clean.
was virginal too.
So why you have to go make her face turn blue?
It's true.
It's you.
You know what you're gonna do.
Now Othello say,
Yo,
yo,
this is getting pretty scary.
So he pulled out his blade and come in his Harry Carry.
do that fucking forward, they fight, boy. Iago got caught when he fly caught the plea.
Loaded up his bag.
Move to Beverly.
Hills, that is.
Thanks, random guy from the audience.
You saved me there.
Okay. Why don't we just take a break from all this heavy tragedy and move on to comedies?
Please.
Okay. So, when it comes to comedies, Shakespeare was a genius in borrowing and adopting plot devices from different theatrical traditions.
These influences include the Roman plays of Plautus and Terence and Ovid's Metamorphoses, which are hysterically funny.
Not.
As well as the rich Italian tradition of Commedia dell'arte.
Yeah. Shakespeare basically stole everything he ever wrote.
Hey. Stole is a little bit on the strong side. Distilled, maybe. Distilled.
Okay. Then Shakespeare distilled the 3 or 4 funniest gimmicks of his time and milked them into 16 plays.
Jordan, see, essentially, Shakespeare was a formula writer. Once he found a device that worked, used it
Over and over and over again.
Archduke swears an oath of celibacy and turns over the rule of his kingdom to his sadistic and tyrannical twin brother. He learns a fantastical feat of magic and sets sail to the golden age of Greece, along with his daughters, 3 beautiful and virginal sets of identical twins. While rounding the heel of Italy, the Duke's ship is caught in a terrible tempest which, in its fury, casts the Duke's ship up on a desert island, along with his most loveliest and most virginal of his daughters, who stumbles into a cave where she is molested by a creature that is either a man or a fish, or both.
Act 2. The long-lost children of the Duke's brother, also coincidentally 3 sets of identical twins, just arrived in Italy. Though still possessed of an inner nobility, they are ragged, destitute, penniless, flea-infested shadows of the men they once were, and in the utmost extremity are forced to borrow money from an old Jew, who deceives them into forcing their money and getting them what? Sorry, that's who? Okay, I think I am reading yours. Okay. And in the utmost extremity are forced to borrow money from an old Jew, who deceives them into putting down their brains as the ladder along the loan. Meanwhile, the 6 brothers fall in love with 6 Italian sisters, 3 whom are contentious, sharp-tongued little shrews, while the other 3 are submissive, air-headed little bimbos.
Act 3. The shipwrecked identical daughters of the Duke wash up on the shores of Italy, disguise themselves as men, and become pages to the shrews and matchmakers to the Duke's brother's sons. They lead all the lovers into a nearby forest where, on a midsummer's night, a group of mischievous fairies squeezes the aphroditic juice of a hermaphroditic flower in the shrews' eyes, causing them to fall in love with their pages, who in turn fall in love with the Duke's brother's sons. The queen of the fairies seduces a jackass, and they all have a lovely bisexual animalistic orgy.
Act 4. The elderly fathers of the Italian sisters, finding their daughters missing, dispatch messages to the pages telling them to pull any man in the vicinity.
However, unable to find the men in the forest, they deliver the messages to each other and kill themselves.
Meanwhile, the fish creature and the Duke arrive in the forest disguised as Russians and for no apparent reason perform a 2-man underwater version of Uncle Vanya.
The Duke commons the fairies to right their wrongs.
The pages and the bimbos get into a knockdown, drag-out fight in the mud.
During which the page's clothes gets ripped off, revealing female genitalia.
The Duke recognizes his daughters.
The Duke's brother's son recognizes their uncle.
One of the bimbos grows up to be Kim Kardashian.
And they all get married and go out for dinner.
Except for a minor character in the second act who gets eaten by a bear. And the Jews who give themselves lobotomies.
And they all live happily ever after.
We now move on to the rest of Shakespeare's tragedies, because we found that the comedies aren't half as funny as the tragedies. Take, for example, Shakespeare's Scottish play, Macbeth. Oh, dude, sorry I forgot. You're really not supposed to talk about it in a theater unless you're performing it because it's cursed.
Totally gotcha there. That's what we do. However, fortunately, we of the reduced Shakespeare Company not only perform an abbreviated version of Macbeth, but after much thorough research are also able to do so
In perfect Scottish accents! Double, double, toil and trouble!
Stay, ye imperfect French speaker. Tell me more.
Macbeth, Macbeth, beware! where lies the usurper's cursed head. Macbeth, your arse is out the window. And know that never was there a story of more blood and death than this of Mr. and Miss Macbeth. Thank you.
Meanwhile, Julius Caesar was a much beloved tyrant. All hail Julius Caesar!
Hail, citizens!
Who was warned by the soothsayer.
Beware the eyes of March!
The great Caesar, however, chose to ignore this warning.
What the hell are the Ides of March?
The 15th of March!
Oh, cool, that's today.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I have come to bury Caesar. So let's bury him, so we can move on to my play, Antony!
And Cleopatra! Is this an ass I see before me? Oh! Ah! Snake bite! Snake bite! Oh! I'm going to be sick.
Joanna.
Oh my God, again? Man, I was in the middle of my vomit.
No, see, you're doing it wrong. We have this bizarre notion that all of Shakespeare's tragic parodies were really actually has and vomited on the people in the first row.
First of all, this is beautiful. And you know what? Isn't that what they do?
No, seriously, get a clue. This is not a Pepto-Bismol commercial. Antony and Cleopatra is a romantic thriller about the geopolitical power struggle between Rome and Egypt.
Wait, did you say geopolitical?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God, I am so sorry. I mean, if I would have known that this was one of Shakespeare's geopolitical plays, I would have never messed around with it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's because these are my favorite plays. Come on, it's like the topics that were relevant 400 years ago are still relevant today. Take the one that he wrote about nuclear energy affecting the Soviet Union. That was genius, man. Like, who would have seen it coming? Who?
Joanna, what are you talking about?
Chernobyl Kidsman. Come on. It was intense, man. Woo.
Oh.
Why are you laughing?
Joanna, could it be possible, think about it for a moment, could it be possible that you were talking about two noble kinsmen?
Two noble kinsmen. Not sure.
Yup. What's that about? What are you talking about?
Two Noble Kinsmen is a play about a girl who goes insane with the fear that her boyfriend will be eaten by wolves and her father hanged.
What? I've never even heard of that.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised you haven't heard of it. Like,
Maybe you should. Yeah.
let me explain this quickly.
Please do, because I'm lost.
Aren't you always?
Ladies and gentlemen, Shakespeare wrote a series of plays which are known as the Apocrypha, or in some scholarly circles, the obscure plays, or the lesser plays, or quite simply, the bad plays. However, that being said, not all of the Apocrypha is entirely without merit. Troilus and Cressida, for instance, is hardly crap at all. I actually go into it in detail in my soon-to-be released book, entitled I Love My Willie, which I'd like to whip out for you right now, if you wouldn't mind. Just let me...
Go on.
Okay, well, I was hoping we could just do a nice improvised version of Troilus and Cressida based on the chapter of my book.
Totally! Yes! Definitely! We could totally do an
Troilus and Cressida, and then jump into deeper themes of life, like why the champagne bubble, and the translucent nature of mankind, and
Joanna, I was really hoping that tonight we could do more of a scholarly, highbrow approach. These are university students.
Oh,
They
screw
want
that.
to know.
Come on. You get books. You go on reading.
yeah, screw that,
I
man.
will read, and they'll like it. All right. Troilus and Cressida was written in 1603 and published in quarto in 1604. It was included in the first folio, though this version is some 166 lines longer than the second folio edition of 1645, which includes the infamous Chihuahua scene.
Woof, woof! Yo quiero Taco Bell!
Joanna, like, it's not even a chihuahua.
It looks like one.
Ladies and gentlemen, my book has nothing to do with stuffed elephants. I don't know how that is.
Right? Okay, but you do cover the plot, don't you?
Of course I cover the plot. I cover the plot in detail on a footnote on page 29.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Troilus, youngest son of King Priam.
You be Troilus, and you be the king.
I will be here.
How you look so beautiful.
Loves Cressida
I should get a hat.
and has arranged with her uncle Pandarus for meeting, although she feigns indifference.
Oh, wait, I have to feign indifference?
Yeah. She is attracted to him. Meanwhile, Agamemnon, the Greek commander, has...
Whoa! Did you just say Agamemnon?
Yes, I did.
I'm sorry, Haley, but this is boring.
Boring.
And boring! Did I mention
No,
that
it's
already?
really
No, I'm
cool.
sorry. Let me tell you a story. This is exactly what kids hate to study in school, just because it's so boring.
Yeah, you know what? No. When I heard that we were coming to Jakobs University to perform, I told these guys, we will not do dry, boring, bottomless Shakespeare for these people. Because I know it'll just turn you off, man. Come on, it's like when I was in middle school in literature class, studying Shakespeare. Come on, I'd just be staring straight out the window watching those kids play ball. And you know what? I was thinking, why can't Shakespeare be a little more like sports?
Sports.
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, come on, exciting, fun to watch. Come on, man, take the histories, for example. With all those kings and queens killing each other off, and the throne being passed from one generation to the next, bam, to exactly like American football. Only that you do it with a crown.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you know what, guys? Let's line it up. We gonna get macho.
Okay.
Let's fight the viewers of the night. Everyone, by 1, 2, 3, oh!
And the crown is snapped to Richard II, that well-spoken 14th century gentleman. He's waiting back to pass, looking for an air downfield, but there's a heavy rush from King John!
Oh, my was flashing power!
And the crown is up in the air! And Henry VI comes up with it! Victory's mine!
Cheers to the people of King John! Let's rally for one player of the 12th century and he's down!
Ah.
Oh, he was really killing him out there.
serious? What?
Yeah, let's check. Okay. We did the histories just now.
Right.
And we covered the comedies in alum.
Okay, so tragedies. Titus Andronicus we did with all the blood.
We read Othello.
Romeo and Juliet we did.
Right, Macbeth we did with Scottish accents. Timon of Athens I mentioned.
Yes, we did.
Coriolanus.
No, we're not doing that one.
Why? What's wrong with Coriolanus?
The anus? That's offensive.
Okay, so I skipped the anus play. Football games.
And that's all right. That's all.
Antony and Cleopatra?
Yeah, I was throwing up.
Okay.
Alright, so we're done, right?
Yeah. Oh, no.
What? Oh no.
Hamlet.
What?
How could we have
I
forgotten?
don't know. It's right there on the program that we never look into.
Did Shakespeare write Hamlet? I was wondering why that was in there. Yeah.
Okay, so.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, 36 plays down, 1 to go. Perhaps the greatest play ever written in the English language. Hamlet, the Prince of Denmark.
That sounds kind of intense, man. I'm a little bit, physically and emotionally drained
Oh, come on.
from that football game. And I don't think I could do justice to it.
Joanna, we don't
No.
have to do justice to it. We just have to do it.
I'm sorry, man, I can't do it.
Oh, come on, it's the last one.
No, you know what, you guys do it. Can I sit here?
What are you doing?
Well, I have a new friend, and I'm sure she wants me to sit with her.
Really?
You didn't want me to stay, right? You know what? Why don't you two do it, and I'll just watch.
Joanna, I'm sorry, but our show is called The Complete Works of William Shakespeare, and I really think they would like to see Hamlet, right? Woo! Okay, cool. Did you hear that?
Yes, they do. They want to see her.
Well, I have an idea. Why don't we change the name of the show to The Complete Works of William Shakespeare, except Hamlet.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard before.
Okay, come on.
Oh, come on, you can't make me do
Oh,
it.
yes, I can.
Come on.
Guys, come on. Oh.
Let go of our actor.
Don't touch me.
Here's your program back. Sorry, I got kind of track.
You're all right.
I'm fine.
Okay, we're gonna do Hamlet now, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, so we start with the guard scene. We're gonna need Bernardo and Horatio.
Yes, we're going to need Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
Nah, skip them, they have their own blood. We're gonna need court members.
Yeah.
Polonius and
Yes.
Laertius.
Joanna, where are you going? I'll kill him, I swear to God!
What are you doing?
Never!
Yeah. Usually, Haley is much faster than Joanna. I'm sure they're gonna be right back. What was funny about that? Watch and learn from americano, solo 5 minutos, por favor. Just facing the truth here.
And we're gonna be right back performing Hamlet, the Prince of Denmark.